and welcome back to the Forklift Certified Gambling Podcast. I'm your host, DJ Burner Account 1 on Twitter, with my co-host,
Cam the G. What's poppin', everyone?
What is up, baby? NFL Week 13? 13, right? 13, yep.
13.
Yep. We are fucking...
We're getting to the closing
Getting
weeks.
through it, man. We're just... Last week was a tough week, but we'll get to that. We got to keep it on a positive note. We got to go right back into it. Sexy 7, coming your way.
Coming right at it.
All right, lead it off, Cameron.
All right.
Let the people know.
In Minnesota, there are some Vikings. They're going to win by 3 points. Just guarantee it. Like, I don't think Mike White, there's a lot of hype on him, but nah.
That's the thing I've been thinking, man. Like, I was thinking the Jets throughout most of the week, but Kirk Cousins at 12 o'clock...
That's his prime.
Yeah. The Giant or the Jets hype is an all-time high right now. I know they got a good team, but you're buying in at Mike White and the Jets at an all-time high right now. This Minnesota 3.5 seems very feasible. Minus 106 on FanDuel. I seen it at minus 120 for minus 2.5. The Vikings definitely win by a field goal. They're at home. The Jets.
I easily see him winning by a tutty.
So, Vikings got a lot of offense. The Jets got a good defense. Sauce Gardner definitely going to be one of them future
Ideas. I wouldn't go Justin Jefferson over on that one. I feel like Sauce probably locks him up.
But Minnesota gets it done.
Pop-off game for the one and only Dalvin Cook. He comes back. Probably puts 80 yards on the ground. Maybe back-to-back tutties. Who knows? What's that guy's name? Thielen?
Minnesota got a lot of ways to win.
As I said, there's a lot of weapons to get into the end zone, so I don't think Sauce Gardner can stop all three.
Oh yeah, don't forget T.J. Hawkinson.
I want to say, oh yeah, there's another guy named Hawkinson there, and it's like multiple ways to get in the end zone.
So gonna zig where they zag, like the Minnesota Vikings as the lock. For our next lock, we got, now this is a personal favorite. I've been going back and forth on this line all week. The San Francisco 49ers by 3.5 at home. Kyle Shanahan playing his old, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Not apprentice, but I guess apprentice.
Assistantship, stewarding.
Apprentice. Mike McDaniels used to be under Kyle Shanahan. So, a lot of familiar things going on. Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. were both on the Niners last year. Now they're on the Dolphins. I just like San Francisco in this spot at home. I don't like the 3.5 as much, but this line has fluctuated, and everybody and their mother is going to be on the Dolphins this week. And it's just been scaring me out. This line really hasn't moved, and it's actually moved the other way on some books. So, I got to take the Niners by 3.5.
You heard it there. So, that's our two locks for the week. Minnesota, San Fran, both by 3 or 3.5. Moving to our underdogs. We're going out to Las Vegas. They've been dancing in the champagne. Little Derek Carr, he's been all happy and whatnot, getting some touchdowns and
don't forget, 3 weeks ago, Derek Carr was crying.
I would say 3 weeks ago
on national television.
Remember that he was still crying. So I mean, against a division rival, maybe not rivals, but a division competitor, I think the man, the myth, the legend, Herbert the Sherbert, can throw it over the rainbow and get a couple wins there. I mean, by 1 point, underdog, that's definitely a lock. Give me the money line. Yeah,
I mean, the Chargers never cover as a favorite. And if they do win games, it's by 1 point. This is a coin flip game, and the wrong team is favored here. I don't understand why Vegas... Yeah, they had 2 walk-off wins, but do we trust in Las Vegas like that? I got to take the Chargers. I'm taking
the Zaps.
Oh, yeah. Minus 108 on the money line. Just go ahead and smash it. Moving to our next underdog, familiar faces. We knew we were going to be back on it.
Very familiar.
The alleged, air quotes, A.J. Brown revenge game. It's not going to be that, folks. Tennessee Titans going to Philadelphia. Titans by 4.5. It was at what, 6.5 at the beginning of the week? Moved down to 5.5, and now it's as low as 4.5. So get it while you can. Mike Vrabel is an underdog. you gotta love him. You gotta love him. He gives you a lot out of nothing every week, even when the Titans are banged up. Looks like they don't have anybody to throw the ball to. Derrick Henry is getting stopped. He always seems to find a way and find guys off the street that can play tough Titans football. I love the tits. Plus 4.5. It's gonna be an underdog, and we gotta stay on the same game because another Tennessee dog that we've been keeping track of the last couple weeks, and the kid's just growing on us. This kid's got hands. He can block. Chigo Okonkwo, over 11.5 yards. They're still just undervaluing this kid, man. Minus 115, like that. It's a give me. You know, if you really sit down and watch Titans football, you know how much they use this guy in the pass game. You know how much, really use him more as like a slot.
I would say he's really good. He's a slot receiver. Like how you were saying earlier, he's good at blocking, but he's really good at finding open creases in the downfield, getting like a good 25, 30-yard catch out of nowhere. Like, whoa, who's that? Okonkwo? Okonkwo. Okonkwo first down.
Yep. And going back to Titans-Eagles games, I believe they're going to be missing their starting safety or cornerback. What's the name? Gardner Johnson? But it's looking even better for the Titans. Yeah, go ahead, smash Titans. Chigo Okonkwo, maybe even parlay him. Who knows? But definitely play him straight.
Wouldn't hold you against you if you parlayed him. I had good luck with him earlier this year on a parlay.
Yeah,
followed us on Instagram, you would have known. Could have told us. Could have made some money. But no, going in as our next player prop is this man. His name's George, cooking up some shit on a Kittle. As my San Francisco friend over here says, he thinks the 49ers are going to beat the Dolphins. Me, I kind of contrary think of that. I think Dolphins win that. However, though, George Kittle, I think he cooks up some mean yards. Probably maybe even get a touchdown. I think I want to say something that Miami's like 24th, 25th, basically second or third worst in the league at giving up yards to the tight end. So with like beat up Debo, finding some old history right there.
Jimmy G and Kittle.
Jimmy G to Kittle.
For the link up, I like it.
I can see it linking up. I see it linking up. Him over 45.5 yards, that's easy to give me money.
Yeah. And when you came to me with that prop, I was literally thinking the same thing. I was like, damn, you said it right before I could.
He said you took the words right out of my brain.
Exactly. George Kittle, yeah, he's got to be a lock this week. And sprinkle something on anytime touchdown, maybe even first touchdown.
Honestly, maybe first touchdown.
No Debo, him and Ayuk definitely going to get a lot of looks.
And they say McCaffrey's ankle's looking a little bummed.
Mm-hmm. So we got the locks, we got the underdogs, we got the player props.
That leads us into the fuck it.
This is fuck it of all fuck it's that we've... I mean, the NFL is just giving us storylines at this point.
They hinted at this way earlier in the year when they said this dirty, grimy dude. He liked getting massages. He asked girls to do some strange for some change. The worst part is he didn't give him no change.
Yeah,
there's a Deshaun Watkins.
Deshaun whacking it is coming back to Houston.
Yeah, he's coming back
He's
home.
trying to pull it out. He's not... Deshaun Watson as a 7-point favorite after not playing football in 2 years. I mean, I know the Texans are the worst team in the league, but 7 points to a guy who hasn't played... If you've seen the videos of Deshaun Watson in practice, he's just overthrowing guys. I mean, it took him a while. Takes quarterbacks a while to get back into sync. And for him to just come in as a 7-point favorite against his old team... His first game back from suspension. I think the NFL just set this up as a storyline game. So
Houston money line, smack it while you can.
Yeah, the underdog on this one. It's a fuck it of all fuck it's. Did you hear that there were supposed to be like 10 of Deshaun Watson's accusers at the game?
See, this is where the
Deshaun Watson under a lot of eyes, a lot of pressure. I've seen his over-under at like 240. That's a lot of yards to come in and just fucking sling around in a city that most likely hates you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The Cleveland Browns.
That's as we're getting towards is if any way the Browns get to the Super Bowl, they gotta win somehow. But I don't think today's the Browns' day. I think Houston pulls this out.
Yeah,
Smack
I think
that money while you can. Plus 270. Ooh, cha-ching.
Yeah, that is juicy. Go ahead, sprinkle some on the money line. That's a
Fuck
it. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all riding with us. Last week had a tough week. Not gonna lie. Went 1-6.
Yeah.
And Thanksgiving props just killed. We'll fucking killed us. It was a tough week. Not gonna lie. Like, that was probably one of the worst weeks I've had in gambling, period. But, like, definitely the worst we've had on the show. So
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, they say.
Yeah, we're right back to it, guys. Even when you're down,
gotta get back up.
Gotta get back to it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So go ahead, keep those units coming in. Yeah, 1-6. You want to talk about the 1-6 week? I think we just got to talk about it just so we can talk about our rock bottom.
I'll just say Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean Tennessee, fucking
sad day.
They could have had that game, but the refs gave it to Cincinnati right at the end.
Seattle blew it.
Seattle fucking chotches, man. Geno fucking choked. Jacksonville was on Jacksonville since the beginning of the week. Got it early at +4, but that was a tough game to watch too. We were sweating that one. That was a sweater. New England fucking botched. Indianapolis, that game was. I mean, I had George Pickens yards, so I can't be too mad. But yeah, Indianapolis, man, 1-6. Steph Diggs, he got the over this week, but he fucking chotched last week. Ramondre Stevenson
dropped the ball.
Ramondre Stevenson is just a wide receiver at this point. He gets occasional carries. So 1-6, man. That was a tough week. Bouncing back though, back in the lab, cooking up, and
you just have to remember. Sometimes when you're at the bottom, it smells like shit. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can be down here so long you don't remember what it smells like. But then when you get back to the top, you're like, "Whoa, this is new. Smell that? It's fresh air."
That's facts. We're definitely smelling our stuff right now. We're trying to get it off of us. Hey man, right back in the lab. Feeling it this week. This has been the
feeling very, very positive about this week.
Forklift Certified Gambling Podcast. I am your host, DGen Burner Account 1, with my co-host
Cam the G.
Thanks for listening. Peace.
Deuces.